Yo, what's up? It's your boy Cino here. Let's talk about it. Now, Patreons, I told y'all we was gonna go into this, so this is no surprise. Dame Dash was supposed to appear on Power. Now, the way it was told to me, this is like 2016, 2017. I want to say so. It's either season 3 or 4. So I'm gonna go with season 3 because what Dame Dash wrote and what they were gonna make Dame Dash was one of the guys in the nightclub. Uh, in the original drafted script, they was gonna have a guest feature. First, he was gonna be Lala's girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever. Gonna drop her off. She was going out on a date, and the person was Dame Dash. That got scratched, and they went in another direction. Of she went out on a date or she went out, but you never saw who she went with. Then you saw, Lakeisha, the character. Then Dame Dash was supposed to be a character at Truth, one of the guys who was at one of the ballers, whatever, at the bar. I mean, in the club. So there was no problem, I guess, with the people who was doing the hiring of the cast at this time. Dame Dash, from what I was told, has some reservations about the characters that they wanted him to play. One, he wanted to be paid more money, and he wanted to know why he couldn't have a role that, like, he wanted to play like a lawyer or some type of attorney, or one of the guys in the suits, like the feds, and like he worked at the DA office. Why Dame had to be the drug dealer, or the guy, not just the drug dealer, but because he wasn't playing the drug dealer, but the guy with the champagne bottles, and he's like, he didn't want to bring that element back to when he was in his 20s and 30s, shaking champagne bottles and stuff and bobbing his head in the, Jay-Z videos, like Nas said, oh, I get it. You Biggie and he's Puff. So they didn't want to bring that element back into the fold. So with that being said, guys just went their own way, as far as making things a reality and moving in different tropes that probably didn't make a lot of sense to some people, though it made sense to me. But to some people it probably didn't make a lot of sense. But I got it. I understood it, So it is what it is, but I got it. Then all hell broke loose because it never worked out. So Dame Dash is actually Dame Dash is actually getting into it with Jay-Z, and they having a back and forth, and 50 Cent gets involved, and he starts taking shots at Dame Dash, and he starts talking about his personal issues and then the kids, and so Dame says, "Look, I don't talk to 50 Cent. I only talk to bosses. He's not even a boss, like basically saying he's not the owner of Power. He don't really own his show. He's not a boss, so he can't have a conversation with him, trying to throw shades at um, at 50 Cent. Now all of this was going on during Power season 6 was coming up. Now, word around the campfire is that 50 Cent is not the guy who hired Dame Dash or offered the role to Dame Dash to be the guy, the special guest. It was actually Courtney and her people and Stars, and they wanted to hire Dame Dash, for the stardom, because Dame was pretty popular at the time from his appearances on The Breakfast Club and all of these things early on. He was talking about culture vultures and all of these different things. So he had became popular being on, social media, giving these interviews to the point his popularity has shot up. Well, it's a lot of stuff going on that people didn't understand. And this is why a lot of people didn't realize what was happening when when everything came to a head or to the end. People didn't they didn't really know how to grasp it with James St. Patrick, but we don't get into that shit. We gonna get into the ghost shit too. But Dame was the main problem. That 50 was pissed because he wanted so much money and all that, and he was like, "Dude, you only getting a feature. It's a look." 50 wasn't really cool with Dame anyway. Like that. So it is what it is. So that's all it was. But that was the character he was gonna play. But Dame, he Dame Dash everything. So, but it was funny because the Rashad Tate character was created, and when they wrote Rashad Tate in as the lawyer, it was actually the character that Dame Dash was talking about. But I don't think Rashad Tate actually was in the script when, or was even in the discussion beforehand. But now you see the bigger picture that he was in play. It went down, and that's how the role went. So the character he actually was discussing that, like, man, why can't I be a black lawyer and all of that? They did have Silver in there, but Dame Dash couldn't play no role like that. So having him as a feature would have been great. But I understood what he was saying also about not wanting to be typecast as the goofy guy with the bottles, and he's a 50-year-old man now, going on 60. He's an old man. He'd rather be in a respectful type of position than some party and club guy. So it is what it is. So just keep you guys informed. I'm out.